All right, time to finish off the show with rap reactions. Topics, a little bit of time. Take it away, Drink.
Let's roll, baby. The NFL Honors Award show took place last night, including Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers winning his fourth MVP award. Did you disagree with any of the winners last night, Jay?
Not really. I thought for the most part everything was good. The only one I maybe would have I thought Jonathan Taylor had a good argument for offensive player of the year. I thought maybe you could have saw co-offensive player of the year. I know most people don't like that, but I think that's an example that could have been appropriate. But besides that, I thought everybody that won was pretty deserving. The Auburn Tigers have reportedly decided to bring back football coach Brian Harsin after a university-directed inquiry looked at why so many coaches and players left the program after his first year on the job. Drink, what do you make of that?
They Auburn didn't have a choice. They can't pay him. They still paying Gus Malzahn to go do what he doing in Central Florida. So, you know, it's one of those things like in college football where they think down south is just like an unlimited pot of money. Well, yeah, but when you start messing it up, you run into this situation. Now they got to keep a coach that came here and act a donkey all over the administration, and ain't nothing they can do about it because they can't afford to fire him. Yesterday, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred described the possibility of missing games due to a lockout a disastrous outcome. You agree?
Of course. Also, water is wet. I mean, what are we talking about? Look, I don't baseball just when you go back to how when they were trying to the whole reopening thing and when they just couldn't get it together as far as how they were going to do a season. It was just like terrible. This is just a continuation of that. Like, I don't know what my Rob Manfred is doing, but you got to be better than this. I mean, negotiate, people, get it together. Yeah, y'all baseball up here trying to do their best impersonation of the Congress, where they don't do nothing either. So they just got to do better. It was a busy trade deadline in the NBA, as we told you about, but one team was noticeably inactive, and that was the Los Angeles Lakers. Drink, did that surprise you?
It did, but what really chapped my hide or scuffed my Timbs for all my people out there in the northern area is the fact that okay, you get an explanation of they had a trade, but the power went off for 3 minutes. But the power did come on 3 minutes before the deadline was over. Oh, by the way, we got a picture of Rob Pelinka at Disney World during that time as well. So I don't know what was more important. So yeah, I don't know what type of bull crap they got going on, but I hope LeBron get to the bottom of it. The Milwaukee Bucks guard Pat Connaughton suffered a fractured finger during last night's loss to the Phoenix Suns. Big deal, little deal, or no deal.
I'll take in between little and big. I'll call it the medium deal. I think combined with DiVincenzo getting moved to Sacramento, now Connaughton being out, we don't know how long that'll be, but yeah, you got some cracks in the backcourt depth. So I think moving forward, that'll be a challenge. What do you get? Behind Middleton and Holiday. I guess at this point it have to be Wes Matthews and George Hill. But yeah, that's the same way. Like I thought Ibaka was a big deal to pick him up. The combined DiVincenzo and Connaughton thing, I think that is significant. The NFL Hall of Fame selections were announced last night and included Tony Baselli, Leroy Butler, Sam Mills, Richard Seymour, and Bryant Young. Who do you think the biggest snub was?
I really want to. I don't know why, but I just don't. I don't think players was as electric at what they did like I thought Devin Hester was as a kickoff returner. And I got it. Kickoff returner is not the most glamorous and the most important position. But that guy revolutionized kickoff returning. He was electric. And I thought this was going to be an opportunity for that position to get shine with Devin Hester getting in. But he didn't get in. And also, I don't know, I looked at Andre Johnson, the wide receiver, the longtime wide receiver of the Texans. I thought maybe he would slide in there too. But listen, it's only the first time around, so these guys will definitely get more than their fair share of opportunities to get in. But those was the two guys right off bat. After a 5-month review, the LA District Attorney Office have declined to criminally charge Los Angeles Dodgers right-handed starter Trevor based on a sexual assault allegation from the middle of last year. What are your thoughts on this, Jay?
Yeah, that was Trevor Bauer again. I just blank and forget a word. Um, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. We don't. I don't know the details, of the case, but you got some cities around here with some of these district attorneys. They don't charge anybody for anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We had all this time and all this noise, and Bauer didn't Bauer's absence plus somebody, was it Kershaw got hurt, that combined likely cost the Dodgers a chance at the World Series. So I'm not sure. I don't think we may never know what exactly happened, but we'll I guess we'll wait and see on what it means for Bauer's future as a starter in Major League Baseball. Tomorrow night, it's UFC 271, Adesanya versus Whittaker, the second on ESPN pay-per-view, the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Main event, middleweight title rematch between the champ, Israel Adesanya, and the number one contender, Robert Whittaker. Drink, who wins?
Man, I got this match got a lot around it that's so much different from the first time they fought. The first time they fought, Robert Whittaker was the champion. Israel Adesanya was the interim champion, and they both was coming off incredible wins. Now you got this time around, Israel Adesanya is the champion, Robert Whittaker is the contender, and Israel Adesanya just came off a loss trying to move up and become the light heavyweight champion, where Robert Whittaker been just plowing through the rest of the middleweight division to get this rematch. With that said, I think I'm gonna go Adesanya just because the way he dominated the first match when he knocked out Whittaker. I don't know if I've seen enough to think Whittaker would change that outcome. I do think he's better, but I'm gonna go with Adesanya probably by decision this time around. On Wednesday's letter to the House Oversight Committee, the NFL blamed the Washington Commanders for blocking access to more than 100,000 documents related to the investigation into their workplace culture. Jay, I got to know your reaction on this.
Well, my first reaction is, why is Daniel Snyder not in Ukraine yet? That's my upfront reaction. The secondary reaction is, I told him about that last week. The secondary reaction is, both parties just look so, the NFL just looks incredibly weak, because this goes back to the whole point of the Washington Post story from a year and a half ago. How does Washington how are they allowed to hire their own people to investigate themselves? Hello, conflict of interest, anyone? And now, lo and behold, now you have allegations against Daniel Snyder. And so the NFL is like, well, now we'll run our own investigation now. It's just a joke, all of it. It is comedy beyond belief. Last one, Lakers and Warriors from the Bay tomorrow night on ABC. You got the Lakers, right?
I do got the Lakers. Listen, I think at some point the Lakers got to figure it out. I think the Warriors might mail this one in because they can, I guess. I mean, Lakers just have not looked good lately, and I think the Warriors might be whelmed with what they've been seeing as of lately. So I think the Lakers will come up and sneak them a win and try to keep the pundits off their back here. So yeah, I do have the Lakers.
Okay. Well, that concludes tonight's Drink of Wisdom. As always, like, listen, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining us. I'm Jay Wise.
And I'm Nathan Drinking. And remember, make tomorrow better than today, and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. We gonna holler at you until next time, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Drink of Wisdom.